Is there any micro penis jokes in this episode on Brad?
Okay. I like it.
Change your dropper? Your diaper?
Your chopper?
What the hell is that?
Chopper? Is that a chopper diaper?
I don't know, maybe.
Welcome to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver, baby.
Brad, don't be so ashamed that you're using those dude wipes, okay?
Hey,
and apparently he's wearing a chopper.
They work.
That's a new, cooler diaper for older people.
Apparently.
I don't wear.
Hey,
I don't
when you're
wear
an Uber
Depends.
driver, you got to do what you got to do.
I don't
you gotta
wear
stay
Depends.
on that road.
I
if
wear
those wheels
choppers.
ain't moving, you ain't making
Brad's
money.
got those non-leak undies, you know?
Yeah. So, what's it to you?
So,
All right.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have to stop to go to the bathroom.
Stop? Who needs to stop?
Yeah, it's just like you guys are like astronauts.
Right.
You know how they just pee in their
Exactly,
astronaut
yeah.
suit? You guys just pee in your pants.
Thank you, Depends.
No, they're
The
not
choppers? Or what?
Choppers,
Yeah.
Not Depends. They're choppers.
Choppers. Okay.
That sounds much cooler.
So anyways, now that we can take our diapers off, let's get the fucking story, if you don't
All
mind.
right. This just gets worse and worse every time we do this. So welcome to Uber Tales. I want to start off by saying, hey, if we have any listeners out there, write in, tell us about the show, tell us you hate it, tell us you love it, tell us you want to be on the show, especially if you're a driver, or even if you're somebody that has a really interesting story about with a driver. We would love to hear it. Let's just shoot the bull. You kind of understand,
absolutely.
if you're a listener, what the show is about. We are not going to take anything too serious.
We'll give you a bunch of shit.
There are some serious things that we've had to deal with here on Uber Tales.
Yeah.
And that's cool. We want to just talk about the whole experience. But if you have anything to say, please email us at ubertalespodcast@gmail.com. That's ubertalepodcast@gmail.com. ubertalespodcast@gmail.com. We say it 3 times so they'll remember it, so they'll write it down, so we'll do it. So anyway, please contact us and let us know how we're doing.
Exactly. We want to hear
we'd
from
love
you.
to talk to you and give you a bunch of crap.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
I mean, even if you have a story that's like I said, you're a passenger, we want to hear from you. We want to know about those shitty drivers out there, and we want to call them out.
Ooh, I like
that too. And then if you're watching us live, you know, we have our email down there too, so you can just copy and paste.
Well, that's
we
not
do.
live, but yeah.
Oh, you mean
Well,
on
not
YouTube?
live, but
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
right. I
like
forgot
on
about
YouTube.
that. Good recognition
Nice
of
catch.
that. Yeah, I forgot that we did that. Yeah, it's right there. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right below our heads.
Yep.
Please contact us and tell us, you know,
Something.
even if you hate the show, we want to know. We want to know.
Absolutely.
We'd love the haters.
If you think Brad is an asshole, go ahead and write into us.
Yeah.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, and if you think I'm just a sweet old man, that's fine.
That
too.
likes thumbs.
That likes
Little thumbs.
Little thumbs. My
Little
bad.
thumbs.
And my family's like, Dad, I think you sound a little bit like a perv. You should probably quit doing the show. I'm like, a perv? Because I'm asking questions about how somebody looks. That's how you tell a freaking story. Yeah, but you sound kind of like a perv. So anyway, well, this may be my last episode. Just so you know.
Bye-bye, Bobby.
So anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into the story. I think today we're talking to Joshua about his fateful day night. It's probably a night.
It's always night.
It's always
There's no
night.
fateful day or night. It's just a night.
Always
just a
night.
because he is the man of the night.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's like a hooker. No, you're not like that, right?
Well,
don't
he
know.
just picks up male prostitutes.
I've never picked up a prostitute.
He never picked one up, but he almost
That was
shot
a
one
male.
once.
With what? That's my question.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Brad, come on, man.
Hey, you
That's
said
some
it, not
nasty
me.
shit.
Mama
Dirty bastard.
just killed a man. Put
I mean,
a
you
gun
did-
against his head. Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama. Okay, sorry. Got off.
A little bit.
So, I don't even know where to
two of
fucking.
you have,
I don't even know where to
haven't
go with that, Bobby.
Sorry, I got into
Crazy.
a queen mode. I was just there. And
So
it
Bobby
just
feels
happened.
like a queen.
Oh, man.
just needs the mustache
hey,
and the white shirt.
Don't give Freddie Mercury no crap, man.
I love Freddie Mercury. He's great. All right.
He's got a voice.
He does.
Yeah.
You know, he never wanted to fix his overbite because he was afraid it would mess up his voice.
Yep.
That's commitment, man. He was one not very pretty dude. Let's just face it. Freddie was not pretty. Okay, really? Nobody's gonna jump in on that. All right, whatever.
I was just seeing how long we could get you to just keep going, Bobby. Like, I wanted to see how far this was gonna go.
Bobby's
That's it.
I like pudding.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're here talking
back
to
to
Joshua.
that fateful night.
And see, this is why we're desperate, people. You need to call in so we can talk to somebody else because we've been stuck in this room for 4 months.
I know, right? Josh needs some help. Josh needs a friend.
Josh needs a friend.
I always get thrown under the bus.
I don't know why. It's so fun and easy.
Okay,
it's what you do.
I get it too.
All right, let me.
I think we give all of us pretty much pretty good.
I think Bobby gets it the worst.
Bobby definitely gets it the worst.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's not a new thing.
No.
So okay,
awesome.
where to
so
start?
there you are. It's
okay.
3 a.m.
It's not quite. What the fuck?
Well,
that's what you always say.
Not quite 3 a.m.
It was 3 a.m.
No, this one was around
2:30. 2 a.m.
No, this was between 11 and 12.
Oh my gosh! You just started. Wow.
I start around like 8 or 9.
Oh, okay.
You know. But anyways,
well, it's easy to when he only does it like once a week.
Anyways, whatever. So 8 or 9. So fuck you. 11 or 12. Okay, so it's late at night. You know, it's not super late, but it's
it's not crackhead hours.
Not quite.
Right.
So
it's not prostitutes coming up to your card. Oh yeah, no, they do that at all times.
Okay. Anyone listening, that's a reference to the last episode. So, okay, anyways. So, you guys are fucking throwing me off. Yeah, between 11 and 12, it's like I said, nighttime. And
downtown Salt Lake
No, this is like up in the hills, the rich
Cottonwood Heights.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the rich people area.
The
rich. Like the very wealthy.
Park City?
No, not Park City.
No, the hills. He's saying up.
No, it's here. It's
up
here in
on
Salt Lake.
Didn't they call it benches? Isn't that what they call it?
The East Bench.
I think. Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, benches.
But
the East Bench.
Rich folk.
Yeah, wealthy people area.
Big A houses.
Yep.
Huge.
Yep. Up on the mountain.
10 to 20,000 square foot houses.
So, I get the ping, and I'm like 12 minutes out, so it's quite a drive.
When you go to nice places like that, do you get good tips usually? Do the rich people give good tips, or is it just random?
It's random.
It's random.
Really?
Really depends on the person.
Really, you go get a rich person, still could get a crappy tip.
You don't always get the best tip. No. I mean, it varies. Like if I have a good, I'll find this. Wealthier people will always tip, but it's not always a great tip. If that makes sense.
Not always.
For me, I feel like I always get tipped. If they're, better off, than others. I feel like I typically always get tipped. Is it always amazing? No, but if you have a good rapport going, it's usually pretty good.
So I gotta ask something.
Yeah.
I was a pizza driver years and years ago, back in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
And we had a crack section, we had really rich people section, and we had a homosexual section basically, and then we had a whole bunch of gay bars.
Yeah.
And I found that the folks in the gay bars tipped the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They tipped the best. They were always fun, always ready to buy you a drink when you showed up with the pizza.
Nice.
It's weird. I remember the first time I went into a gay bar, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to pinch me on the ass. I just know it. And they didn't. They were totally cool. They were totally respectful. This was a long time ago, guys. This
Bobby's
was
like,
a long time ago.
I was like, oh, I'm so hot. They're going to be all over me. No
was
even fucking looked his
then.
way.
They were super cool. They were super cool. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. These
I don't know.
folks
I'm getting
way
pictures
cool.
of Bobby. Like, he's expecting all this attention. No one even fucking looks at me. He's like, starts popping his ass out. Like, got the pizza boys.
Oh
Give me some attention.
Wow.
Don't pinch my ass, no one.
Said no one nowhere. But they did tip well. They tipped so well.
Jesus Christ.
I always wanted a side of jalapenos. I never understood that.
Okay, anyway, so this has been they're going down a strange road. We should probably stop there at the jalapenos.
All right.
Okay.
I went.
I'm out. I'm driving out. I get there. I'm rolling up, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, these are some very expensive houses. These are multi-million-dollar homes, clearly. And they're right up on the mountains. You know, they're very expensive. Got a great view. And
Were they expensive though?
very. So going up there, I'm waiting. You know, I'm basically downhill of this house, and I see a tall, older gentleman coming out, and he's got like a tray of some stuff. I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Got a tray.
Yeah, he's got a tray of some maybe food or something. I don't know. He's got a tray of something. He's carrying it.
He's carrying a tray.
Yeah, and he's taller.
What
He's
does
got
he
to be
look
like 6'3", 6'4". He's older. I can tell.
Gray hair.
Yeah, white hair. Just
Okay.
his hair's white. And so I'm like, okay, older, taller guy. And I was like, okay, well, no, whatever.
What kind of dress was he?
He's
sharp
dressed nice.
dressed?
Yeah, he's dressed nice. Yeah.
So
Not formal, not suit and tie, not tuxedo.
but he had really nice
He had good
clothes on. You're
Yeah,
like,
he was dressed well. He's
this-
very well dressed. Yep.
Okay.
Button down and stuff like that, slacks. Probably some loafers. And really look at his shoes, but you know.
Come on.
Anyways.
You tell everything about a person's shoes.
You can. Look at that.
Those are some badass shoes, Bobby. You should show the camera.
I can't. That would hurt my back.
Do them splits. So, anyways.
It also makes me 2 inches taller. So there you
He's...
Inches matter.
go. Inches matter.
Okay. All right.
2 inches is a lot.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Anyway.
So he's getting
Okay.
in,
Not touching
and
that one.
you know he's a gentleman. You know, it's like hi, hello, you know, whatever. He's got a very formal greeting. You know, he
Formal
thanks me for
greeting.
picking him up. Yeah.
How are you, dear sir?
Good evening, dear sir. How are you, my
Yeah,
Uber
he did.
driver?
He said good evening. Yeah, he was
He
very
said
formal.
good-
Yeah,
oh,
he said
yeah,
good
he was.
evening. He said
Okay.
thank you for coming.
This
to pick me up.
dude is definitely. It was nighttime. He's a vampire, guaranteed. He's been alive for like 400 years. That's why he lives in a big house. Absolutely a vampire.
Could be. I feel like I was picking him up from one of his friends'
Sucking
house.
somebody's
Yeah.
blood.
I don't know.
Yes.
He's sucking it off.
No, the blood. He's a vampire,
Sure,
dude.
I
Gosh,
don't
get your head out of the gutter. He's killing people, not having sex with them.
I don't know. Okay, all I know is I'm picking up this older, slender, white male. So I'm like,
Older,
okay.
slender white male,
Yeah.
who's definitely a vampire.
So he gets in. He's completely respectful. Very respectful. I mean,
They
and
all
I was
are.
like, great.
All vampires are respectful till they eat you.
Fair enough. So I'll let you know how it goes
He
when I
just
encounter
goes
one.
with it. I do like that.
So
Right.
So we start driving, and it's a good long drive. It's like a 15-20 minute drive. So he's gonna be in the car a while. So down the mountain, I start rolling, and we start talking and chatting, and he's telling me various things. I said, "Oh, that smells nice. What do you have in there?" He's like, "Oh, I was celebrating something with a friend, and in here are these like carne asada, tacos or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, they smell so good." And he's like, "Yeah, my friend, she's a professional. She makes them from scratch." And he starts telling us all this stuff. And I was like, "Okay, very cool, And clearly he's into food because he's breaking down like some of the like ingredients that are used in making them from scratch. So I was like, okay. I was like, you like food? I like food, And so I start talking about shit that I cook, whatever. And so we get this good little rapport going. And things get a little strange during the conversation because...
Gets a little strange
Gets a
after
little-
talking about. He's
Yeah,
talking about some
we're
food.
talking about food.
See, he's
Yep.
pretending to be a real human being. So he's trying to get you, safe,
throw me off.
feeling safe.
So
yeah.
we're talking about food and stuff, and we're talking about ingredients, and I like to cook in the way of like Italian food, so like Italian style food. That's what I
use a lot of
preference and
oregano.
enjoy. Piss off every Italian that's listening. Okay,
Why?
they use
They don't use oregano?
Maybe.
I'm not gonna get into it.
You have just pissed off the whole Italian world.
Do they use those jars of Italian seasoning? It's like, are we gonna go? Are we gonna
they
piss so many
not?
people off? They're very passionate about their food.
Basil? Do they use
I think
basil?
so. Yeah, they use basil. So
And not cilantro. That's not an
I don't
Italian
think they
thing.
use. Yeah, I don't
that's
think
not
so.
an Italian thing.
Not as much.
That's wrong.
So,
Don't put that in
but-
spaghetti. That's evil.
He's
A lot of garlic, though.
So,
I'm a big
anyways,
fan of. You're a fan of Italian food. I'm a fan of Italian. we
how
can't
can you?
talk
We're
about.
going back into it now.
It's an Italian food. I like talking about it. You're
I do.
the one that
No,
brought
I like
up
food. I do, and so I cook. I cook quite a bit, and I cook.
And you use
pretty
oregano.
damn good.
Guarantee it.
I do use oregano. I use the melody of just tons of things.
Absolutely.
You know. So, anyways,
Salt
he's
and
talking
pepper.
about shut the fuck up, Bobby. So, anyways, we're going through all the different ingredients we like to cook with and whatever. And he makes just the fucking just weirdest comment that just gave me the heebie-jeebies, made my fucking skin crawl. You know.
Hold it. That's pretty good. He's got me on my edge. I have
has.
no
Well,
clue what.
I
I don't
mean-
know what he's talking about. So
You
this
don't,
is
but
good.
you know, but
I do.
Brad does, and it disturbed me so much. I fucking called Brad afterwards. I was like, "Yo,
Dude.
Brad," I was like, "Dude, I feel fucking uncomfortable." Now, I want to say that this fellow, he is how did I describe to you, Brad? He's very
Articulate,
no, he's
dark.
I'm trying to say, I want to say something without saying something, if that makes sense.
Nope.
He is a very important person in the
I was
city.
going to say influential.
He's a very influential person in the city.
Definitely a vampire.
Totally.
So yeah, he's very influential. He's wealthy. You know, I looked him up. He's a very important person in this state and in this city. So
you are gonna probably have to kill him.
and maybe he'll fucking kill me. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, but you know he.
Okay.
This is like have you heard of like Arnie Hammer, the actor?
No.
No? Okay, well, we're kind of going the route of like this actor and the issue that he had, which was cost him his career. So that's why I'm trying to say stuff, but not like give too much away about the guy.
Okay.
You know, because he is a very important
Didn't
person.
FX just like do a miniseries about it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. That's what
So we're talking about ingredients. We're talking about things we like to eat, you know. And he makes a very disturbing fucking comment, and he says, "I want to say it just like him, you know." Because
You're gonna say exactly what he said.
I want to say it just like him, exactly. And he says, he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, he says humans. He's like, they're so delicious. That's what he says to me as I'm driving late at night, like, and we're kind of like, you know, away from society. I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't know what to say to that.
What did you say to that?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
I was
I would-
very uncomfortable.
just like-
I was like,
So it went from how cool oregano,
Yes.
food, cool
Yeah.
flavors. I love eating people.
yeah. Basically, yeah, that's what he said. He said humans. He's like, they are delicious. And I was like,
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe he just
I
meant
don't know
that
what to
they're
say.
delicious to be around.
I don't know.
Could be. I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of what I
sure.
got out of it.
Sure. I mean, we're talking about ingredients. We're talking about cooking. We're talking about like.
And then just out of the blue,
We were also talking about like
humans
unique things
are delicious.
because I asked him. So this guy, so like I said, he's very influential. He's well traveled. I asked him because you know I was always a fan of like Andrew Zimmern, who would go around eating like weird, unique foods.
yeah, that's
My father, you know, is a foreigner. He eats, in my opinion, very weird, unique foods. So I always ask people that are well traveled, like, well, what's the strangest thing you know you've eaten? That was kind of the topic of discussion that we were on. And after, you know, saying so many different things and asking me like, what's the weirdest thing I've eaten, you know, which is pretty basic, like cow's feet, you know, that's like the strangest thing I've ever consumed. You know, he's like, well, he says like, he's like humans. He's like, they're delicious. And he says it just like that. And I was like, ee, and like my fucking skin was like crawling. I was like,
That
God,
reminds me of that story.
that makes me so uncomfortable.
Have you guys heard that story? The guy that got on there was like a website or something where you like have this fetish of eating people, and then there are these other people that have the fetish of being eaten, and this dude and this other guy hook up. The guy kills the guy and eats him and him in the freezer
I think I heard of
and
that.
all of that.
Yeah. It was,
I didn't
it was
hear that
consented
shit.
to.
Dude, yeah. And he eats him and then he runs
Yeah.
out, so he tries to get another guy and that guy turns him in.
Sounds like some Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Oh,
anyway,
dude, yeah.
so, you know.
That's real. It's kind of crazy. That's
Well,
real. So I mean,
So this
That's
fellow,
pretty
yeah, you know, he,
crazy.
like I said, he was influential. He was
You keep saying
perfect.
influential.
He's a very important.
Influential, a political person.
A bit of both. Yeah, a bit of both. Yeah, he's like, if I gave you his name, you'd be able to look him up and you'd know all the things that he does in the city and the state, and
Well, the police will be actually later.
So I hope
there's
not.
There's a few people missing.
So,
that they
but
would like to know.
He actually gave, like I said, he was a perfect gentleman. He was kind, respectful.
Except that he likes to eat people.
Except
Other than he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, he gave me tickets to something, and I was like, oh wow, that's really cool of you. I was like, thank you so much.
Is it a ticket to a dinner party?
No, if it was, I sure as hell wouldn't have gone. No, it wasn't.
We would love to have dinner.
It wasn't a dinner. It wasn't a dinner party, but it's like one of the biggest, like, kind of. Again, I don't want to give too much away, but it's like a very big cultural event that takes place here in Utah. And so he gave me tickets to it.
Let's get some questions going. Anybody know what it is? Send an email to ubertalespodcast @gmail.com.
There you go.
And let us know what crazy party you think he invited Joshua to, and we will tell you.
I know.
Never. Because I don't want to I want to end up in a basement getting carved up into a fucking
It's the tall, white-haired vampire dude. If you put him out in the sun and he twinkles, then you know it's him.
Wow, twinkling now. Huh?
So this disturbed you, huh?
It did, because it's late at night. We're talking food. We're talking exotic food, and that's the kind of comment he made.
And then, so what happened right after that? So you're having a kind of a good time.
Yeah, after
and
that, it starts
the whole
to get
world
quiet.
Changes.
Now I don't feel like talking no more.
And did he recognize it? Do you think he noticed that?
So what I did was I got uncomfortable. Yeah, I won't lie. I was like, I'm driving. I'm like, that's a weird fucking comment for someone to make. And I was like, I don't like that. So I just got quiet. I'm just
gonna start driving.
Yeah, I just And
he just
I focus
he didn't say anything after that. He didn't keep talking.
No, it gets quiet. And I just I think he asked me where I was from. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not
you anything.
Because I'm not from here in Utah.
My name is Frank.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't ever want to see you again.
Exactly. So I think we got into a discussion of me being from a different state and stuff, and then he's asking me, what do you think of Utah and stuff, and eventually it led to, I was telling him like, oh, I'm so interested in learning about like the Mormon people, the culture here. It's very much different from places I've lived previously.
Did you ask him if he was more than 400 years old?
No, I didn't, because that's not something you'd want to ask somebody who's in the back of your fucking car you're trapped in a small space with.
I kind of think you're a vampire. Could you, because vampires would think people were delicious for sure.
Totally.
Yeah, and he had a little fucking tray of corn tacos
which could have been little flesh tacos, human flesh tacos.
I don't know.
She could have really given him.
I don't know, but it was a very bizarre and very discomforting thing to say, and I don't believe for even a second when he said it. It was like, oh, humans are just enjoyable to be around. That was nothing along
really felt like it was legit.
We were talking about exotic
meat,
exotic food, unique things, that we've
Is there any country where you can eat people? Is there a country where
maybe
that's
Africa?
Legal?
Africa, probably, right? There's cannibalistic tribes, I think.
Yeah, but is it?
I don't know.
I guess there's no law.
I think there's cannibalistic tribes
that
still exist.
Is there some country you could go to if you were interested in eating people flesh?
Maybe this isn't a topic we should open up. Maybe we don't want people looking and finding out.
I don't want to know.
We don't need more cannibals. Anyways,
I'm curious
story.
Though if there's a way you could do that legally, and he's not. No, I think if you want to eat a person, then that's probably pretty bad.
I don't know, but like I said, he's very influential. This dude's...
You keep saying
he's wealthy,
that makes us want to see who this guy is.
You can do all the research you want, but I'm not
going to look for a 6'3" guy with white hair.
I'm sure if he wanted, he could afford to get,
and he's
whatever
up on the bench
weird
somewhere.
Exotic meat he wants. So
weird exotic meat. Tastes like chicken. We already know from Hannibal Lecter. It tastes like chicken. Right? Isn't that what he said?
Something like that.
I have no idea. But,
all right.
That's the story,
Well,
boys.
that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Brad, you got anything to say about that?
No, I mean, I'm just taking it all in. I mean, that's pretty
Bizarre.
interesting. What somebody does, I guess, does. It's interesting to see what people want to choose to do and what they want to eat in life.
I feel like more than the.
wanna eat in life?
I think more
You
than
mean
the
do
taste
in
and
life?
flavor, it's more of an
'Cause he's
like a
eating.
neurotic, like a neurotic thing
neurosis.
in their mind. It's
It's according to that
neurotic
thing
I think.
that I read about that dude, it's like a disorder that they are
Yeah.
need to eat human
Yeah.
flesh, like legit, or not
Yeah.
need to, but they want to, which that seems.
Yeah, I think it's.
I like my steak, but I like it from a cow. Usually.
Good to know, Bobby.
Yes. I'm just putting it out there. I have no idea what humans taste like, or do I want to know what they taste like.
I think that makes us all.
Except
That's
the
all of
kisses
us.
Of
I
course.
give to my wife. That's the only taste I like. There we go.
I could say other shit. I won't for the sake of your wife, but okay. All right, little thumbs up to Bobby.
I have maybe sucked
Yeah.
your thumbs once or twice.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gripes or delights? Gripes or delights?
Gripes or delights. What are we
Brad,
going,
go for
Brad?
it.
What do we got? Gripe or delight?
Brad's delight when my passengers
Yeah.
don't try to eat me.
You took the words right out of my mouth because that's where I
When
was.
my
going.
passengers don't come with a knife and fork.
It's a delight that I don't have to deal with the shit like Josh does.
Yeah.
That's my delight.
So you
That's
drive
great.
mostly in the day?
No,
or-
I mean
you
I
just
stay
don't
out till
go-
like midnight, 1, 2 a.m. But yeah,
Pussy.
I'm not doing what Josh is doing.
Because Brad's scared. He's scared of all the
I have
might
nothing
all
to
the
be
cannibals
scared.
and crackheads.
Yeah, he might just be smart. I don't know.
I don't have the.
Hey, people, there's good people that
There
need
is.
rides at night. They're not all bad
Are
people.
there though? Really?
Yeah,
at
there are.
3
There
a.m.?
are.
I mean,
There's decent.
there are.
are
there's
they
decent
good
folks.
people or did they make really bad choices? 3 a.m. Is anybody? I don't know.
Well, that's a whole.
Well,
nother
this was
topic,
like
but yeah.
11 and 12. But anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
like
Well, we're
there's
talking
decent
about-
people that need rides at night. They're all
So
bad.
what? A different delight, gripe, anything?
No, that's it.
That's what you got.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
What do you got?
I go with the same thing. I'm just glad
I just
I didn't
don't
get,
wanna be
I'm glad
eaten.
You're
I'm
glad
here
you didn't get eaten.
and I didn't wake up in a one where's the lotion kind of situation.
Where's the lotion?
You've never seen you reference fucking Hannibal Lecter.
Oh.
You haven't seen Silence of the Lambs?
Oh yeah, I've seen Silence of the Lambs. Okay, I got you.
You're a strange fellow, Bobby. Sucking thumbs. One where's lotion where she's in the fucking
Yes, that's
she's in the
right.
pit and he's
Yes,
like, put the lotion on.
where's the lotion?
You know?
I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
remember.
So I was, that did
he's
flash.
loosening up her skin.
That flashed in my mind where I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like,
You
Hopefully
saw
not.
it.
yeah, I was like, dear God, don't, I don't want to be in the, I don't want to get caught in some weird
The crazy
situation.
part. I mean, it could not. I mean, it could be like the person is legit Hannibal Lecter.
Could be.
I mean,
It
we don't
could be.
know what kind of crazy
It
folks
could be.
are out there. dude.
There are people that like the
Especially
actor
somebody
Armie
that's
Hammer.
polite and nice to you and understands human nature.
Yeah,
and how to
he
how
tipped
to
me. He
connect
tipped
to
me really
people.
well. He gave me expensive tickets to
Yeah.
something. These weren't
Okay.
cheap tickets. These were like the VIP ones. And I because I told him like at the time I was dating a girl, and he gave me 2 tickets, not just one.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, bring your girlfriend, and he's like, yeah, I'll be there. And I said, okay. I will say I never went. I did give those tickets away. But
Did you or did you just let him pass? I thought you just let him pass.
no, I gave them away. Yeah, I gave them away.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will say that the most successful serial killers are intelligent ones that are
Yeah.
smart, that understand the human condition, the human nature, which is pretty scary. So I think the public service announcement today is be careful out there because you never know.
You don't.
You don't know.
Sometimes we think it's the crazy crackheads that we should worry about. Sometimes it's the really, really
Well put together, good looking, smart.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. Cool. That's an interesting episode. Now
Right.
I feel dirty. Like I need to go take a shower because.
It's not like you need to go wipe your ass. What are
Well,
you talking
eating-
about, Bobby?
Eating people, dude, sounds kind of
You've never,
yucky.
you've
That
never
sounds
eaten
kinda
anyone,
yucky.
as far as I know. You shouldn't
Well,
have any bad feelings.
Yeah, it still
He's
gives
like,
a bad
eh.
taste in my mouth. I don't know. Eating people. I don't. It's kind of that just doesn't. When you get like real movies, that's funny, haha, zombies.
Yeah.
But like a real human person actually eating somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not for survival, because we hear stories about people in that. I get that. I would totally eat somebody if I was going to starve to death. Let's face it, it's nourishment. I don't know. Why did I go down that path?
I have no idea.
Why in the hell? I just watched that.
All I know is I don't
Sunshiner.
ever want to get fucking trapped with Bobby in any bad situation. Literally one day passes, Bobby looks over and he's like,
Joshua looks like a sandwich.
"Come here, brown boy. You taste like turkey."
All
We're like, "Bobby,
He likes the dark meat.
it's only been a day."
It's only been a day.
It's like, I need to eat. I gotta survive.
Oh crap!
Jesus Christ.
All right, I think
that's
we've
the story.
had enough of this show. Any last words from anybody? No.
I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, I don't know, but somehow we've been listening to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver
Unless it's the cannibal.
unless he's a
And
cannibal.
tries to eat you.
And put a cap in it.
Yeah.